Let's just read the Punisher article.
Yeah.
So Diddy's live trial updates. Exotic dancer named the Punisher hired for 12 freak-offs. She testifies in wild deal. Sheree is his name.
Sounds right. Checks out.
I can imagine fucking your check. You go. Imagine you ran into a guy. You and your Jewish union.
Yeah.
You run into a guy. It's like, oh, that's my ex. Sheree, the Punisher.
Why did he call him the Punisher?
Well, I don't know if he's my ex. You should just come off over and punish me with a bunch of dudes.
I don't love that.
My ex-boyfriend hired the Punisher to fucking give it to me. You go, who's your ex-boyfriend? Famous rapper. You go,
all right.
all right.
Should have told me this on like the first or maybe second day.
Danny's getting angry. Can't think of stick.
Sheree Hayes.
Sheree.
Yeah.
He testified that his book, the name of his book, In Search of Freezer Meat, men's self-help book about erectile dysfunction by way of a penis implant that he says features Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie. Hayes said earlier that his experienced sexual performance issues when he was around Combs and Ventura, specifically experienced anxiety maintaining erection. He testified that he used Cialis, Viagra, even corner store pills to fight the issue, but ultimately he had performance issue due to Combs directing him during sex.
Hey man, couldn't handle the pressure cooker.
I've definitely had situations where I don't get it up.
Yeah, is it the director?
You've said you never had that. I've definitely
never had it.
And I always like the hotter the girl, the more the pressure.
Sure.
Or I don't know. There's just high pressure situations. Whereas my
high pressure
some
situation
slob would never be a problem.
Yeah, I was like the exact opposite. If the girl's too hot, I go like, fuck, can you last longer than fucking 45 seconds?
Yeah, there's more going on in my brain than you, man. It's fucking.
Mine's just like
I know. Sometimes I wish.
No, my brain is just like, just happy to be here. Just like fucking guy who's been in the minor leagues for fucking 15 years gets called up to the bigs for one game. I go, just having a cup of coffee, just happy to be here.
Yeah, my brain's thinking all. My brain's woo, 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 woo. You're thinking this, you're thinking that, you're thinking this. So those scenarios would get me. I'm bricked up now because I'm juiced. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I haven't probably had a situation in years. The thing is, even just knowing you have the brick in your pocket helps.
For sure. Yeah.
Like for me, knowing that I had a brick available knows that I don't need one. If you got a boner in the pocket, you don't need one in the fucking. A boner in the pocket's worth one in the.
I wonder if the penis implant for the Punisher is like similar placebo effect where he just knows that he has the penis pump and then he's just like,
that's what I'm saying. It's not a placebo. It's like knowing that you're going to be fine. Yeah. It's kind of like someone that has enough money that, so imagine you have enough money that you never had to work again. There's like a certain level of risk that you're fine with that doesn't stress you out.
Of course.
So I think that knowing the bottom floor of worst case scenario is that I go take a pill and I'm fine in 40.
Yeah.
That like reassurance in your brain makes me never have a problem.
See, that's the thing. I would actually be most stressed out of all potential scenarios of the scenario where I go, I just got to go pump my dick up.
Well, I'm not talking about pumps.
That's what I'm saying or whatever, where he's like, he's got the implant and he goes like, I don't know how those work. Like if you have to add air to them or something.
I mean, I don't
like you're at some chick's house. He's like, do you have a bike pump by chance?
Where's the outlet? Oh, you have to charge your iPhone? Yes.
This thing's at 40 PSI. Can your bike pump do that? Well, what are you talking about?
You're just
in the bathroom, just like, I'm ready.
You have a fucking generator.
That'd be the most stressful.
Yeah, you do not want to. Pumping's insane.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know who wants to get on this pumping business.
I guess it's the last resort.
Well, you took out Cialis work.
This guy's like the classic thing. They say if you don't use it, you lose it. He used it too much and he lost it.
He wasn't using it that much though because he couldn't handle being yelled at. Me. Personally, a sexual scenario with a woman's partner present and actively giving me directions was not the norm for me.
I mean, are you a professional or not?
Exactly.
Yeah, like sometimes you're a fucking plumber and then you show up at some house and some woman's like, doing like that. And you go, yeah.
As a comedian, I can operate under any circumstances.
Sure.
The mic goes down, someone shows up, starts yelling.
I mean, it's just called professionalism.
It's called
Punisher.
professionalism. Maybe you're in the wrong profession, Punisher.
Sounds like it. It sounds like that's why he's not doing too much punishing these
So
days.
it created discomfort that could affect my performance. Both Ventura and her mom, Regina Ventura,
Mom was there?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Oh, this is. Oh, so she had so the mom and her testified that aside from Diddy, she was having side things with Punisher.
Oh.
So Punisher, after he laid it down, her and Punisher had a side thing, and then Diddy was really unhappy with that.
Oh, so she liked the Punisher.
Yes.
She's a fan of the Punisher.
Yes, so basically brought in all these people, they were banging, and then Diddy was directing, and then she ended up like getting the Punisher's digits after, like, good workout there. Like, hey, we should work out sometime.
Yeah, we should work out. We should just share techniques and whatnot. Talk shop. A little shop talk.
Nothing out of the ordinary. It's kind of like when you just go to, you go to play pickleball with a friend, and then you meet someone else on the court, and you go, oh, why don't we do a game one time? That's kind of with the Punisher. He wanted to do one off the books with no payment. So Cassie was getting a freebie from the Punisher with Diddy not there. But when Diddy was there yelling at him through the megaphone, he wanted to be paid.
This book is the #1 new release in male impotence on Amazon.
Now it is. I can't imagine he was selling any copies about his penis pump book before this shit.
I don't think he only has 1 5-star review. So, like 1 review period.
What did the review say?
I can't. It's just what he just has. See customers.
Love the pump.
Here we go. Mike C. Such a great. This is from today. It says, such a great read. Raw, honest, and unexpectedly hilarious. Freezer Meat dives. This is written by him. Freezer Meat
one review for sure by him.
Dives into the world of a male exotic dancer battling erectile dysfunction and the pressure to perform both on and off stage. Shrehe's breaks taboos with humor and heart. This is not a real review. This is just like the fucking
That's not a
book
review.
cover,
That's like putting my biography.
Yeah,
in
this is
my
like the
review.
actual thing of sharing his journey with fearless vulnerability and just the right dose of
It'd be like if someone left a comment on this podcast. Long and Polishuk fearlessly address.
It's like, you wrote that. It's bold, brave, and refreshingly real. A must read for anyone ready to laugh, reflect, and rethink what masculinity really means. No way someone bought this and that's the review they left.
Also, it is hilarious, period, being a male dancer that can't get it up. Yeah. But also, like, if you have trouble getting it up, what made you decide to be a male? Like, if you've ever had, like, even if, like, 10% of the time you've had times where you can't get it up, what makes you think, like, you know what I should be is a fucking male
I mean,
stripper?
here's the thing. This is a classic athlete's problem. Right, like high-performing athletes.
You think you got the yips?
You got the yips. Yeah, you get to the bigs and you got the yips. You're like Rick Ankiel or fucking like some golfer where you go. I can't sink a 6-foot putt right now.
When he was banging some 650-pound bachelorette.
Yeah, when you're in the minor
bachelorette's
leagues,
friend in a bear costume.
Yeah, you go no issues, and then you get called up to the big leagues, the fucking bright lights.
I actually want to do a video before where I said that. Do you think that it's bad to discriminate? They should be allowed to discriminate against white people because of their race at a workplace setting, and I go, because I was not hired because of my race. What job? I was trying to be the dancing bear, and they wanted a black guy.
It's unfair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but anyways, he just had the yips.
He had the yips a little bit. He was having no trouble when it was just like some 70-year-old slobby fucking hoe.
Of course, that's easy.
Some retired widow. That was calling on him in her fucking Nashville trip and decided to take down a Magic Mike backup dancer.
Here's the introduction is called of the book. I got a little excerpt here.
I'm listening.
Introduction. Our cocks, ourselves. Why do dicks loom so large in our imaginations?
They don't mind. Maybe in yours. Johnny's imagination.
Chapter 2. The brain dick pipeline. Fixing your mental health can fix how you feel about your cock.
The brain dick pipeline for Danny is fucking severed, man. The dick's in charge. The brain is put into a corner and that room is locked, my friend.
Chapter 3. Unshaming your shaft. Making space for vulnerability with erectile dysfunction.
This is like some feminism shit for men.
I know. Yeah. It's like real, like fucking.
You can picture a bunch of guys in like a support group holding hands together. Guys, today we're going to be unshaming the shaft.
I love how he just uses cock so freely. Like Chapter 5, dysfunction junction. Everything that can go wrong physically with your cock. Chapter 6.
Dude, do a book club review.
Chapter
of
6.
The Punishers.
Stock your toolbox. All the correctives for your cock.
What's a corrective? Like you have like, you know, when you break your leg and they put like a stick there and they tape it to it. Is that what they do? They get like, they have a sling on your dick sort of situation.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, they correct.
I think the implant. I don't know what an implant is. I think it's like maybe it's just like a little metal tube or like a metal thing, like one of those snap bracelets you had when you were a kid, you know. And then they just go ding. Yeah, it just curls back up. It's just a perfect circle.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So
that's it.
Yeah, that's it for the most of them. I'm not gonna read anymore.
Anyways, okay, they have that. I like this shit. This is, he says what Combs said. He goes, Combs was sitting in the side of the room and he goes, I like this shit. That's the kind of things he says. He's holding a camera. He goes, yeah, I like this shit. Once told the pair after chucking cash on a bed while the escort and Ventura were having sex. Sheree, the Punisher, Hayes testified. So the Punisher was banging her, and then he came and threw a bunch of money on the bed, and he goes, I like this shit.
Thank you, sir. It's just nice to be recognized.
Thanks, boss.
Thanks, boss.
Hayes said Combs at one point threw condoms on the couch, told him in an assertive and aggressive tone that he was ready to see him. That would be hard to perform under those circumstances.
Hey, man, it's not for everybody.
Get your dick out.
Yeah.
All right. Like he's yelling at you like a drill sergeant.
I mean, you get called in for a save in the 9th inning. It's your fucking job. I don't know what to tell you.
This is your moment.
Yeah. You're withering under the bright lights and you're blaming the fucking coach. And you're like,
he is, exactly.
Yeah. You go, I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? If you're going to call yourself the Punisher and then show up and then you drop the bat before you're about to make a hit.
You're like, do I bat lefty or righty?
You can't even remember if you bat left or right.
No. Do I put the top hand on top or the top hand on bottom? I don't know. All right. This isn't for you, man. I hate to break it to you. There's a lot of excuses.
Hayes said that he wanted them to create a scene, and Combs was like a movie director during the marathons, while Ventura were like actors in the scenario. So he would give them roles, sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he was a creative guy.
He's like, you're a detective. And you come in.
Oh, yeah, like a whole story. He goes, you don't know your lines?
He goes, all right, Cassie, or no, Punisher, you're Riggs, and Cassie, you're Murphy. So what happened? What's going to happen in this scene is your partner just died, and he brought it up, and you don't like to talk about that. So, and then also, Cassie, you're getting a little old for this job. Yeah. So if there's any lines you might want to say in there about getting too old for this kind of shit,
that would be good.
Action!
You think he edited these videos at all?
Then Punisher has to come in.
Like was he like the next day just like on Premiere Pro?
Was he on Premiere?
Just like editing the shit back
cooking
together?
Through them, yeah.
Or were they just like the video is the video?
I bet you he put them to his music and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He probably had a good time with it. It wasn't just a one night thing.
I definitely think he was cooking up scenes like that, though.
Yeah, and like he would have his friends over. Because he probably had like a movie studio or a movie theater in his house, and like be like I'm playing some of my top freak offs.
I think so. He put it on like and he probably had like it goes over the top, the full IMAX.
Yeah,
but the full like dome IMAX.
Sure.
And he was like, okay, let me put on the one where one last job. So I was like, the Punisher was retired, and she comes back, and she's like, I need you to pound me, and he goes, I don't, and he goes, one last pound, and he goes. And then he goes, we have your kid to hold hostage, and there's only one way to get him back. And then he comes in.
These are like disaster artist level movies. Like,
yeah, I think
everybody's
so.
like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen.
So, and he's wearing a balaclava the whole time. Don't forget that. Ski mask.
Gotta be.
Punisher Hayes said the first time he was hired to enact a sexy scene for Cassie, he didn't recognize the music mogul because he was naked wearing a Muslim face covering. So...
Okay.
They had baby oil on themselves, and then a naked man came into the dimly lit room. I could not see his face. They're basically there. He's got the lighting set up, and then P. Diddy sort of like sidles into the room wearing full Muslim, but he's naked other than this like Muslim headgear.
Okay.